Page 41, 50's Jukebox. If you're not sure what a jukebox is, you can Google it. I think most adults know what a jukebox is. There's nothing new here. We're using that low C in the bass clef. You see it on the last line down there, or the last two lines really. Treble and bass clef, 4/4 time signature. There's no sharps or flats in this. We're using all white keys. I want to start with the right hand. Let's make sure we have the notes and the rhythms for the right hand. You're on E and C here. So in this position, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. And for measure 3, it's a C and an F. 1 and. And then going on, it's a D and an F. 1 and. So they're changing the notes. But measure 7, look at this mess. What do we got here? Well, let's just take it slow and easy. We got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if that's throwing you, oh yeah, take out those ties and play all those notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just play all the notes. It makes it a little easier as far as the rhythm goes. And once you have that, then put the tie back in. You just hang on to the notes rather than playing them again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the chord. Okay, that's the right hand. Left hand, well, you're down here on C. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. Remember, dotted half note is the same as 3/4 notes. And so in 4/4 time, it gets 3 counts because a quarter note gets 1 count. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's the rhythm. But when you get to measure 4, it's the thumb up here on that G because we got to go down. Again, we're using the repeated note to change hand positions. That's all that's for. That's it. I mean, you got to lift up anyway to play it again, so we just move while we're doing it. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Then the last measure, you have to reach up to the octave. You're not really moving, you're just reaching up. It's 1 and 2 and 3. Rest. That's all. Put the hands together. You're here. 1 and 2 and 3. Make sure you hold that half note down. As you're playing the 8th notes, lift up on that dotted half note. 1 and. 1 and. Let's do the last line. We're down here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, when I play this, the right hand should come up. 1 and 2 and 3. So that note is by itself. So you go through and work it out. Get rid of the hesitations. Any speed you want doesn't matter right now. Just no hesitations. And we'll think about the articulation. The slurring, I'd slur them anyway, but the important point here is that if there were no slurs marked, then you could play it any way you wanted. I could play them staccato. But when they put in the slur, you don't have a choice. You connect them. And these others, just play them. You can't connect them, play them. Okay. Last line, you have an accent on the last note. Well, remember, part of interpretation is we accent syncopated notes most of the time. That's syncopated. Because we expect, that's what we would expect to hear, but we're playing that other note quicker here, so we syncopate it. We accent it, excuse me, it is syncopated, so we accent, don't confuse me. Here, and then accent the chord, right? And then in the left hand, you at staccatos, bump, bump, bump. Wrist action here. And accent on the last one, a little louder. Dynamics, it's kind of both hands here. Mezzo forte or moderately loud, whatever that is. Just sort of loud. Until you get measure 7 and 8, you're going to go up to loud. Don't get loud to measure 8 on the chord. Well, you plan it out. So here, a little louder. Now, actually with the accent it was made very loud. Okay, so it's just a little louder. And the left hand there too is going to be loud too. Then the speed, steady pop beat, whatever that means. Yeah, something like that. I play it 100 times. I play it different most of the times. Now a little bit about interpreting the music. Getting into it. Once you're past the mechanics, once you know what the notes and rhythms are and you got an idea of the articulation and all that, then we kind of get into it. For instance, don't forget the natural accents. Here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Go to here. Go to here. Go to here. You'll feel that each time. And the right hand, go to here. The half note's just a hair louder than the others because you feel it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... So I can exaggerate the accent to get it across, but you want to feel natural accents, don't force them. But they're important. It's part of interpreting the music. Also, that feeling of go to here feeling is part of interpreting and feeling the music. Now, it's a pop. We sort of a pop music, rock music, whatever, but you can have some fun with this too. Experiment a little bit. Maybe we want to play this more of a swing style, as in swing music. Well, if we do that, we're going to swing the counting. There's no notation for it. If this were a swing piece, this is what it would look like, the music. But you swing the counting. Instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and like we're doing, you would go 1 and 2 and 3, and you feel it. There's no notation, as I said, you just feel it. And it's, of course, the 8 notes, because that's all we're swinging. 1 and 2. That's the swing style. It can be fun. Have fun. Experiment with the interpretations. Let's play it together very slowly and double check we have all the notes and rhythms. So I'll give us 4 counts. I'm not doing any dynamics now. I'm playing everything about the same. Well, there isn't much dynamics anyway, but yeah. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and